if you're watching this, you probably watched my other video
of the story of my life with Palsy.
So I just wanted to do this little section of some recommendations for someone that's suffering with Bell's palsy. I have in consideration that I actually lived with it for 18 years. I had to go through a lot to kind of realize what kind of works and what kind of doesn't work. So here's some recommendations in case you are going through it or someone you are close to is going through it. Maybe I'll help you too. Number one, like acupuncture. It has played a really important role on taking care of myself. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts when they're actually putting it, especially if you kind of go for like something like a mixture of like trigeminal neuralgia and Bell's palsy like me, because they actually put it in the actual like spaces nerve area, so it's very painful, but it's totally worth it. Number two would be some kind of massage to your face would be really good. Sometimes your muscles might get really tense, so it would be really good to kind of give yourself a little massage over here, wherever you feel that little tension. It kind of relieves pressure and it helps feel better. Number three, eye area. So if you just happen to get it recently, you're gonna notice that your eye probably won't close, or it's kind of like still. So it's very likely that you are probably sleeping with your eye open. I've been this for 18 years and I just realized I still kind of open my eye while I'm asleep. So if that's the case, you got to be a little careful with that. In my case, I wasn't, so now I have like eyesight problems. If I close this eye, I can't really see clearly through this eye, so now I had to wear glasses. It would be really helpful if you use an eye patch or get some like tape. Make sure you're closing that eye, especially at night. You don't want it to get dry. Something that has been helping me, especially now that I have eyesight problems, is keeping it moisturized. So actually having artificial like tears and stuff like that, or lubricant, especially before you go to bed. It's really helpful and it'll make you feel better because your eye really gets dry. And with that said, number four, mouth issues. You don't realize it, but when you just happen to have the Bell's palsy, it's really hard for you to move your muscles of your mouth. That includes your tongue, so, and your masticatory or your chewing muscles. So it's gonna be a little hard and challenging to swallow. It doesn't happen to everyone. Like I said before, this is kind of different for everyone. So, but in a lot of cases, it's kind of hard to chew and swallow. So be careful. A lot of times I felt like I was gonna choke, and it's like a nasty, annoying feeling. So just make sure you kind of chop your food in smaller pieces, eat soft stuff, and don't like hurry up and eat. Take your time and be.
Sometimes you might feel like the food coming out of your mouth,
but just patient. Number five is keeping a really good oral hygiene. This is kind of weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. When you cannot use your chewing muscles, your food kind of gets stuck in that one area because that muscle is not properly moving the food around. So when the food just gets stuck in one area, this can contribute to gum disease and tooth decay. So it would be really wise to kind of rinse off your mouth and brush your teeth more often, floss regularly, because you really don't want to get all these issues with your teeth.
like I say, keep your teeth until you don't want to smile anymore. And I know you want to smile, so take care of those teeth.
6. So it's sad to realize this, but getting Bell's palsy might kind of mess with your brain a little, in a sense of emotionally, psychologically. It's kind of hard to look at yourself. It's kind of hard to see how other people see you. So you might need a lot of support system, you know. Keep your friends close. Keep a journal, just so you could just express yourself. Okay. Number 7. So something that will really make everything worse will be kind of stress. If you keep a stressful life, it's really not gonna help at all, because your muscles will tense and create more issues. So something that I totally recommend is just living in a lower stress level environment. I tend to stress very easily, so I found ways to kind of cope with it. One way would be like maybe exercising, running, walking, swimming. If you choose to swim, wear some goggles, because it's kind of hard to close your eyes and when the water goes in.
It's not good. Not good.
Meditation and positive thinking is always helpful for all these issues. Number 8. So as cheesy as it sounds, just keep positive. It might sound like very like oh yeah, keep positive, but it's really actually very important. Anytime that you kind of face something like deformative, it's kind of important to remember to keep positive, because it's not, you're gonna have to live with it anyways. Might as well keep a positive outlook. And I know for personal experience this sounds easier than it actually is, but just keep it in the back of your head. That number 9. So something that I realized is that when I actually go through cold and hot environments, like all of a sudden, and like I could actually feel some kind of tension in my face. Now, I don't know if it has to do with the trigeminal neuralgia or the Bell's palsy, but maybe it's not such a good idea to just switch from hot and cold just like that. So just be careful when it comes to the, winter time. If it's really cold where you live, cover yourself. Or if you go to the sauna or something like that and it's cold outside, just cover yourself. It's just good to be safe. Of course, speak with your physician about it. But I have noticed over time that kind of affects my eye issue, especially when it's cold. Like everything gets very tense. So just keep really nice and warm, and don't, it's important not to switch around with being hot and then being cold, cold and hot. So and number 10, always smile. It's gonna be hard to smile, trust me. So hard to smile, but it's important. It's important because that kind of keeps you with a positive attitude, and it helps you keep moving and keep going. If you are one of the persons suffering from Bell's palsy or trigeminal neuralgia, I want to say I am so sorry. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. And the way you see the world and the way you see yourself, it's altered. So I just want a word of advice. Just go to your physician, go to your doctor, ask your questions, get your questions answered, and get that treatment. Thankfully, I am just one statistic. I am a kind of a severe case of this illness, but thankfully most of the people that have this will go away in a short amount of time. And hopefully, I am praying that that's your case and that you don't have to go through that issue through a long time. But if you do, just know that you could do it and that you could keep going even if that's the case. So these are my 10 recommendations. I hope they're helpful. I bet there's more, but this is the 10 things I could think about at the moment. But just remember to take care of yourself and remember to be gentle with yourself. I wish you the best of the world. Thank you for watching, and I hope you get better soon, or whoever you know, or if not, I hope you're well. Sending lots of love.